on this exclusive live, where we're going to look at your love life for the month of January 2026. More specifically, we'll first start off with looking at those who are currently involved in a love situation. And then from there, we'll look at singles to see who's coming your way in love during that month. Keep in mind, though, that time is fluid in tarot, so these messages could resonate for your past, your present, or your future. Also in these readings, the roles could be reversed, so please only take the messages that are for you and leave the rest. We'll be pulling both oracle cards as well as tarot cards to share with you the messages you need to hear today. If you're watching live, don't hesitate to say hello. Good to see everyone. Happy holidays and happy new year to everyone. Don't forget, after this reading, around 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, I'll be back to do all signs. I look forward to connecting with you all for that reading. Let's go ahead and get started. Hey, Patricia, how you doing? Spirit, tell me a little bit about Cancerians who are involved. Tell me about Cancers who are currently involved in a love situation. And we'll be connecting to their same person now until the end of January 2026. What will be the energy surrounding Cancer and their person during that time? We have gossip. It says gossip. I'm afraid of what other people will think. Okay. Hey, Amanda. We also have values. It says we have too many differences. Okay. So this is someone who is recognizing or realizing that this relationship just may not really line up to the expectations or standards or values that they see that they need in their life. You guys just have two different perspectives, two different expectations. And I can see this person really spending time thinking about what would people say, what would people think if they were to find out that you guys were, working on this marriage, working on this relationship, trying to fix and repair things. I'm getting like there's definitely something about you guys trying to work through the issues, or maybe you guys have a long history of things going on with this person, but they're just a little bit too worried about what other people think. That's the main energy there. So let's look further and see what's going on here. I think a part of you, Cancer, before I even pull the cards, I think there's a part of you that kind of agree with that this may not be your match for some reason, but let's see. Spirit, tell me about Cancer with this person that they're currently connected to in love and romance. Now until the end of January 2026. What is this gossip and values? We have the Hermit in the reverse. Two of Coins. And the Strength in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Queen of Flowers in the reverse, and we have the Page of Bricks in the reverse. Okay. So it's like this person is going back and forth. Can't make a decision on what they want to do with this. But if they were to be completely honest with themselves and really just tell you how they honestly feel, they would say, I just don't know. Like, I don't know if this is going to work. So you may get a energy from this person of them holding back, pulling their energy away, not being so invested, not giving you all their time, their effort, their energy. And it's because they really are having a hard time figuring out what they want to do here. Like I said, you and this person have had your ups and downs in this connection. And the biggest concern they have is your expectations. They feel like they're going to end up hurting themselves if they weren't completely honest with you, to let you know that they don't feel like they can give you what it is you want. Some of you guys, you just want this person to love you. You just want this person to be honest, loyal, you know, invested, committed. But then there's a part of you that also question, is that what you want with this person, since they're a bit fickle and not sure about you? They have a lot of confidence issues, this person, when it comes to you. Which is why they never fully commit or give it their all. They put you in a category of keeping it a bit surface level like. So some of you guys, you never really got a full commitment. And if you did get a full commitment, it just never felt like one. You never felt like this person was giving you their all. And that's what it is. Yeah, with the Page of Coins in reverse, it's definitely giving someone that just was giving very low effort, very low energy. They could be very younger, much younger, or a lot less mature than you. This is why they turn to a lot of other people. Friends, family, they're people that they can confide in to just get some advice. How does this person feel, though, about Cancer truly? We have the Hierophant in the reverse and the Page of Coins in the reverse. So they feel like they can't give you more than what you've already received, because you guys are too different. What makes this person so different than Cancer? What was the issue here? They have a lot of secrets, a lot of things that they are keeping hidden from you, that they don't want you to find out. For some of you guys, this person may just be in this for lustful reasons. Or they may be entertaining other people for lustful reasons, like bedroom action. And if they were to be honest with you about what they're in it for, you would turn them away. It just feels like someone who's not ready to settle down. I'm going to be honest. It feels like somebody that's just content with, keeping things where they are. Like, why should we have to make this thing more complicated than it really has to be? Like, why can't I just have my freedom? It's a lack of maturity, though. This person is just more like, let's just have some fun. Let's not take this thing too seriously. And you're like, but I want love. I want something serious. I want a relationship. I want commitment. I don't want to be juggled. I don't want to be an option. I don't want to be someone's choice. That's the values, the issue with the values here. And of course, that may have led to some type of breakup, or it will lead to that tower moment. Some of you guys will find out that this person is not totally honest. Some of you guys may find out this person is talking to other people, entertaining other people, sleeping around, whatever, and it's like, what the hell? But if they were to be honest with you and let you know that, hey, we're just keeping it light, keeping it casual, you wouldn't want to talk to them. And they don't want to lose you, but they're not offering you much. Yeah. They're offering you a bunch of lies with the Ace of Bricks, yellow bricks in the reverse. That's lying. Okay. This person's a big liar. That's what I'm noticing here. They could be a Leo, an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo. I'm also getting Aries here, Aquarius, and Virgo. Doesn't have to be those signs, but that's the main energies coming through. So what are they intending to do next? Let's look at that. Hey, Mama Lisa. What is this person planning to do next when it comes to Cancer in this relationship in January 2026, Spirit? The Death. Ouch. Death of what? Okay, the death of the Knight of Brooms in the reverse. All right, tell me about this Knight of Brooms in the reverse. Okay. Okay. So I got some good news and some bad news. You were definitely dealing with someone who was not very loyal to you. They were very in and out, very inconsistent. If this is the case, like say if you had an off and on relationship, they feel like they have ended up hurting their own self because they're seeing a little bit of value within you and what you bring to the table. However, this is also someone still unsure about you. So they may not necessarily in the month of January be playing the field or doing as much of what they've done in the past. You know what it feels like to me though, Cancer? It feels like someone who is trying their best to prove to you that they're a changed man or a changed woman, that they can be something else. So that's why this death of the Knight of Brooms in the reverse is here. Because they're feeling like their secrets, their secret life, their secret thing that they got going on is not really worth it. But at the same time, it's almost like a bit of a manipulative energy. It feels like a way to love bomb their way into winning you over or trying to convince you they can change when really they're not going to do that. Totally. It'll only be temporary. Is that what I'm getting? Getting cards flying everywhere, y'all. We have the Four of Coins. Yeah, they're doing it because they don't want to lose you. So like if I got to act and play the role of a changed man or a changed woman, I'm going to do that because I don't want to lose my Cancer. Yeah, I don't want to lose my Cancer, but I may not necessarily do the work to heal the relationship. Totally. Because there's already been a lot of damage done. But if I can start with cutting those third parties off or cutting out my activities on the side and my secrets, for now, maybe it'll get Cancer to buy into what I'm trying to do here. But why do I keep getting like a manipulator? Like that energy keeps coming out. It's almost like Spirit is like trying to warn you, Cancer, be careful with this person. They are quite clever. They're really good with saying a lot of good things and maybe starting off that way, and then they go right back to what they do, right? King of Brooms in reverse. That's a player. Yeah, a manipulative player. So let me ask this. What do they really want out of this connection with Cancer then? Knight of Coins in reverse. They don't want to commit. They want to keep you stuck. They don't want you to go off to someone else. Yeah. They don't want you talking to anyone else with the 8 of yellow bricks in reverse. They want you to cut off all communication, talking to other people, dating around. They want to prevent any of that happening. So yeah, with the 10 of brooms, the thought of you going to someone else bothers this person on a deep level. And they know like you're possibly getting away. So they're going to do their best song and dance to keep you around. So they'll tell you, yeah, I'm going to stop being a player. I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to be loyal to you. Like, let's work on this relationship. Let's do this. Let's do that. The month of January, but to me, it's a bunch of baloney. It's not going to last. I want to see how you feel about all this, Cancer. I'm just curious. Let's see. Hang tight, single Cancers. We're going to get to your reading in just a second. So how does Cancers that are currently involved with this person, how does the Cancers really feel about this person? 2 cards, 6 of Flowers in the reverse, and the World in reverse. You can't let this person go. So you're going to give them a chance. You said you have too much history here. Some of you guys could be married to this person, separated or whatever. But you haven't totally closed the door. You left it cracked open to give this person the benefit of the doubt. You just want to see this person prove to you that they can be better. If you see the results, if you see the improvement, if you see this person showing up better, making you feel loved, valued, important, you're going to stick around and give this person a shot. But with the 8 of yellow bricks in the reverse, I think there's a part of you that's holding back and not feeling super confident, but you're going to try. This is like, we'll see. You're saying, we'll see, we'll see. It's almost like you don't believe them, but you're going to give them a chance. Yeah. So you'll unblock them. You'll talk to them. You'll see what they're talking about. Because, you know, you have history with this person. You and this person have gone back some time. And you feel like, you know, there was no real closure between you two anyway. But you view this person as a manipulator anyway. So you're just waiting for the ball to drop. You're like, you know what? I already know, Mika, this person's probably going to mess up. But we'll see. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I guess. All right. That's what I have for those that are currently involved. We're going to look at Cancers who are single. Single as a Pringle. Let's see what's coming your way in love. All right, Spirit, tell me about Cancers who are absolutely single. What can they expect in their love life for the month of January 2026? What can they expect? We have reciprocity. Ooh, this card has been coming out all night. It seems like for a lot of the collective. So you're going to get someone who wants to be fair to you. It says, I want to have equal give and take. We also have values. Oh, I love this. It says values. We have too many differences. Listen, I get at the end of the day, this is going to be someone who is not your typical type. And you're going to really sit back and ponder and ask yourself, do I really want to be with this person or not? Because they're not my typical type, but I'm going to give them a chance. I'm going to see what they're going to do. And what you don't realize, Cancer, is that this person sees you. They value you, but you're making excuses. Oh, okay, they're not my type. We have too many differences. You're not giving them a chance, Cancer. Let's look further into this new person. It looks good so far to me. Tell me a little bit more about this new person coming towards Cancer singles. We have the Hierophant in the reverse. We have the Fool in the reverse. And we have the 5 of bricks. You're the problem. You're hesitating because you feel like this person is not your usual type. Of course they're not, because you usually go for people that don't want to bring you fair reciprocity and treatment. It's very rare, but this person is for it. With the King of Bricks, which is like the King of Swords, and the 3 of Coins, which is like 3 of Pentacles, this person is all about being fair, equal give and take. But what you're doing is you're creating a connection early on where you're hesitant and not giving to this person, and they're getting the impression that you're not going to be a reciprocal fair partner. And they're beginning to start to freak out like, wow, Cancer don't really care about me. Cancer don't want to give to me. And I don't think that's the case. So they're going to be disappointed. It sucks because this person is an empress or an emperor, and you are an empress or an emperor. Both of you guys are a match. Both of you have a lot to bring to the table. And if only you would have let this thing fly, or will let this thing fly, it's a perfect match. Perfect pair, emperor and empress, right here. But the blockage is you. You're holding back and you're running. You're running. Got a runner on my hands. You're running because you're giving up too easy. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Why does Cancer feel like they have to run from this person? Nine of Coins in the reverse and the Knight of Brooms. You're not where you want to be in your life to be ready for a relationship. You're emotionally unhealed, emotionally unavailable, and it may have to do with something from your past. So you're running from this. On the other hand, this person here is disappointed and they're feeling bummed out because they really can see this really being a beautiful connection and they're trying. So they're feeling quite stuck. They don't know what to do. And they're just like, what can I do? But let it go. Yeah. So with the Two of Yellow Bricks, which is like the Two of Swords, this person is, you confuse this person. You're like, what do you want? Do you want me or not, Cancer? What do you want? I'm trying to give to you. What does Cancer want with this person? With the Knight of Flowers in the reverse. I'm sorry, King of Flowers in reverse, excuse me, which is like the King of Cups in the reverse. It's almost like you are in a mood. You're not in the mood. You're just not in the mood for love, or you're just like feeling like, I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling like I want to get into another relationship. Like, I'm just not into it, you know? And it's not really this person per se. It's just almost like you are still emotionally unavailable because of what has happened in your past. Yeah, the past right here with the Six of Flowers, which is like Six of Cups. You're still reminiscing about the past. And you're like, because of what I went through in the past, I don't want this to be a repeated cycle of pain, hurt, regret, things like that. I don't think this person's going to work out. That's how you feel. Well, let's see how they feel. Let's get some room here. All right, Spirit. So tell me about this new person. Their true and honest feelings for single Cancers. What is their true and honest feelings for single Cancers? Be sure y'all hit the like button. Show your girl some love. Thank you, DP, for the love. We have the Three of Yellow Bricks. And the Ace of Yellow Bricks in the reverse. Okay, tell me about the Ace of Yellow Bricks in reverse. What is that, Spirit? Judgment in reverse. Okay. This person's going to be heartbroken by you. And they're going to feel like they made a bad judgment call. It feels like a person that sees you, values you, wants to be with you, but then you push them away. And because you're pushing them away, singles, it's causing them to begin to even question their own judgment. Did I make the right judgment call? I thought Cancer was someone I can be with. Wheel of Fortune in reverse tells me they're going to look at this as a karmic cycle. So what is their intentions after all this? The Fool, start a new cycle. They're going to start to talk to someone new. You know, I think there is a strong possibility you can turn this around. It's just going to be a matter of having faith. I think there is so many of you guys that are going to miss the fact that this person just wanted reciprocity. And because they're lacking that from you, because of your fears, you're going to subconsciously push this person away. Okay. It takes a lot, I'm getting, for some of you guys to move past whatever pain that you've experienced in your past love situation, which was holding you back. But understand, this person has good intentions. They do. Of course, this is not everybody's story, but whoever I'm reading for in the Cancer Singles Collective, then that's what I have here for the singles. So how will the singles know if this is their person for January 2026? We have the Three of Flowers and the Empress in the reverse. So with the Three of Flowers and the Empress in reverse, you'll know this is your person because they become very stressed and worried when you guys come together, date, hang out, you know, build a really strong foundation. It just feels like you're holding back so much. And deep down, it begins to make this person question, like, well, dang, what's the point of me being here? So be careful with this cycle here. It feels like a warning message for those Cancers that have not met this new person yet. Yeah. And then you know what it is too? It's the fact that you are holding on to a lot of things from the past. And this person is going to see that. I don't know if you tell them this or how you're treating them. You don't see them for who they are. You know, it's fear. That's what it is with the moon. It's fear, but it's hope. But the moon is also about illusion. So it's like you're hoping that you can see the good in this person, but then it's like subconsciously it's the fear holding you back. It's like, I don't want to be single no more, Mika. But then it's like, oh my gosh, I meet this amazing person, but it's probably too good to be true. But it's not. This is actually a good person. Okay. And then when things start going south, then there you go. The person starts pulling their energy back. All right. That's how you know if it's your reading. All right, singles, that's what I have for you. I'm going to leave you with some advice from Spirit. Spirit, what advice do you have for Cancers in their love life, just in general? What advice do you have for Cancers in their love life, just in general? We have the Page of Coins, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and the Hermit in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the 10 of Flowers and the 5 of Bricks in the reverse. So I think this is pretty self-explanatory. It's kind of reiterating kind of the energy that we've been getting throughout the collective for tonight, which has a lot to do with don't create your own karmic cycles, right? By avoiding and running out of fear. I think there is this part of you that put yourself out there, singles. And those of you who are involved, you take a chance on love with this person you've been involved with. It's all about chance, but are you creating karmic cycles or are you creating healthy cycles? And I think it's time to stop running from what you deserve. Let me clarify. Really focus on your healing. I think that would be the priority versus taking action towards people right now, because I think that's what's happening. A lot of you guys are trying to fill a void through connecting romantically with people when you're not totally healed. And this is what's causing the subconscious fear of commitment for you, because you're not totally ready with the Lovers in the reverse. Not to say you can't find love, it's just not good timing, because there's still spiritual lessons that have to be learned with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And what is that blockage? The blockage is we have the King of Coins and we have the Six of Coins in the reverse. About finding a reciprocal love. I think in the past cycles you were involved with, Cancer, you gave too much to the wrong people. But what you're missing is that you still can give all that you have to the right people. You just have to be able to trust that the right people exist. And when the right people do show up, give them an opportunity to give to you, and then you give back to them. But right now you're kind of in a I would say like a avoidant energy in a sense, to where you're telling yourself as a protection mechanism, I'm not going to deal with my mess. I'm just going to run from it. So it's very common for people that have a lot of pain and a lot of hurt and a lot of traumatic experience in their life to kind of cover it up with a vice. I think your vice would be like, if you're single, to go to someone else. If you're involved, your advice would be to stay with that person, even though they're not good to you. It's like you're not really dealing with it. You're doing everything you can to avoid addressing it. And that's where Spirit is saying you really got to take your time with the Knight of Coins to really think about, what does healing really look like for you? And is this the right path? So Spirit is saying, take your time. I think you guys are still in an apprentice state of learning how to navigate through your love life and how to get rid of the blockages that is preventing you from attracting love. Because I think what's happening is you're allowing yourself to surrender or connect with the wrong type of people. But this is not how all people operate. And that part right there is what's kind of messing you up. So you got to kind of like learn what healthy love is like. That's why the Page of Coins is here. Tell me more about the Page of Coins. Yeah, the Sun. You have to learn what is your happiness. What's going to bring you joy? What is fair love? What is healthy love? What is good love? Instead of running from what the lesson is. Yeah, instead of running from the lesson. Or the tower is just going to keep falling. All right. That's what I have for you, Cancer. Let me know if it resonates. If you guys want to join me in about 30 minutes or so, I'm going to go ahead and go back live and do all signs on Since You've Been Gone. Do know that I do offer personal readings. This was a general collective reading for all Cancerians. But if you would like for me to look at your unique situation, you can always book a personal reading with me at my website, MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com. All the important links to get there is down in the description box below. And of course, if you would like a 2026 predictive forecast reading, I do have that available also on my website now until January 15th, 2026. So don't hesitate to check that out as well. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, but I'll be back to do that all signs reading at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is about 30 minutes from now. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. Take care, Cancerians.